In a town that never truly slept, where the sounds of carts and shouts blended into the breath of everyday survival, lived a merchant. He was a man of principle, hard-earned fortune, and a stubborn belief. You earn your place in this world, or you are forgotten by it. The merchant had two sons. One burned bright like the sun, charismatic, confident, admired. The other, well, he lived like a shadow, quiet, hesitant, a soul always watching from the edges of conversations, barely noticed until someone needed someone to blame. The father's disappointment in his elder son wasn't subtle. "Speak up," he would bark. "Look at people when you talk. Stop trembling like a leaf." The boy would nod, eyes on his plate, heart sinking deeper with each word. He didn't lack kindness or intelligence. What he lacked was the belief that he could matter. At school, his hands would shake during exams, not because he didn't study, but because fear sat beside him like a ghost. He'd forget answers he knew by heart. He'd avoid group discussions like they were traps, and every stumble added to the mountain of shame he carried. Years passed. The boy became a young man. His father, weary with age, asked him to help with the family salt business. The young man wanted to make his father proud, desperately, but nervousness clouded his decisions. Mistakes followed him like shadows. And then came the day that broke him. While the merchant was away, a group of con men came to the store. "Your father sent us for the salt shipment," they lied. The young man hesitated. He didn't want to look stupid by questioning them. So he handed over everything. Every sack, every ounce. When his father returned, the fury was volcanic. "You've ruined me," he shouted. "I trusted you for once, and look what you did. Get out, and don't come back." The young man walked, not knowing where his feet were taking him, until he stood by the river. Water whispered at his feet. Shame roared in his chest, and he thought, maybe the world would be better without me. He took a step forward, but a voice behind him interrupted. "Don't!" A stranger stood there, simple clothes, calm eyes. "You don't need to jump to escape. You need to stand to fight." The young man broke down. "You don't understand. I'm a failure. I can't speak right. I can't think straight when I'm scared. My father hates me. I hate myself." The stranger listened quietly, then said, "My teacher can help you see yourself differently, if you're willing." He followed him to a forested ashram beyond the town. There, under a giant tree, sat a saint, serene, still, timeless. As soon as the young man saw him, he fell to his knees and cried like a child. "I have no strength left," he whispered. "If you can't help me, no one can. You don't lack strength, my child. You lack perspective. 3 tasks, 3 days. Complete them, and you will see the world and yourself anew. Speak to 10 strangers," the saint said. "Ask them about their lives. Write what they tell you." So he went. Some rejected him, some mocked him, but others opened up. That night, he returned to the saint with notes and, for the first time in years, a spark in his eyes. "Teach 10 children," the saint said, "about the value of water." He stood before the kids, hands trembling, voice cracking. But as he spoke about how water gives life, how people waste it, how it must be protected, he saw them listening, really listening. I was terrified, but I didn't run. "Good," said the saint. "You took control, not of them, but of yourself. Now, go back to your father. Apologize. Not because you were wrong in being yourself, but because you want to heal the wound between you." With shaking knees, the young man returned home. "I failed you," he said, "but I'm not done becoming." His father stared, shocked. And then, for the first time in years, he didn't shout, he listened. "Now tell me," the saint said, "what did you learn?" "That I'm not broken," he said softly. "I'm afraid, but that fear doesn't define me." "Exactly," the saint smiled. "Courage is not loud. It is the quiet voice saying, 'I will try again tomorrow.'" The once timid young man became a known figure, not just for business, but for empathy, calm leadership, and insight. He trained young apprentices, he mentored broken souls, and whenever someone said, I'm not brave enough. He smiled and replied, neither was I, until I stopped letting fear vote in my decisions. Fear is not the enemy. Silence is. Doubt is not the end. Inaction is. You don't have to shout to be strong. You don't need a perfect record to earn redemption. You just need to start, even if your voice trembles. Because strength, it's not in the way we stand when we're unafraid. It's in the way we rise despite it. So ask yourself, what would your life look like if fear no longer made your choices?